Alycats and you viewers. So today is part 2 of my August 2014 favorites. Had to think about the month for a little bit there. But yeah, I've got some stuff here. And there's always stuff in my favorites video, what am I saying? But let's just get started. First off is actually a book, and I have not completed it yet, but I like it. Well, not like it, I love it. But it's A Storm of Swords by George R.R. Martin. It's part of the A Song of Ice and Fire series that inspired Game of Thrones. And with these books, I don't read them back to back. I read one book and then I'll read one or two books that are different just so I don't get too much Game of Thrones, which you would think that would be impossible for me, but I just don't want to get sick of it. So I take breaks, so I'm on the 3rd book right now. I've got all 5, but I'm on the 3rd, and it's so good. This is the doozy, the one with... I'm not going to say what's in this, but this is the doozy book. I mean, the previous 2 books had some major moments in them, but this is the one that has all the major moments in it that you saw on TV if you've seen the show. I'm not going to say what happened. But this is amazing. I love it, and this is my favorite book of August. Basically the only book of August I've read, but it's my favorite. So there you go. Now, moving on to TV. These are all shows I've mentioned before. There's nothing new here, but, you know, they're pretty much all ending right now, and they had a spectacular run for this season, or little mini-season, whatever you want to call it. But the first show is Chasing Life, and it was a brand new show on ABC Family, and I had very, very low expectations for it when it first came out because it was about a woman with cancer, you know, looked like a typical chick TV show, you know, which I like those, okay? I don't have a problem admitting I like chick stuff. I mean, I'm a girl. I like chicks TV shows and chick movies and stuff. But this is so good. It's so deep, and it's so just, it's very emotional, and it makes you think. It makes you just grateful for the life you do have. And that's why I love the show so much. And it also doesn't hurt that Richard Brancazzano, who plays Dominic, wished me a happy birthday. Yeah, he wished me happy birthday. That made my month. I made my mom jealous too with that. And if you watch the trailer, he's the one with really dark hair and dimples. So you know who said happy birthday to me. But it's an amazing show that you should definitely check out. Even if you're a guy, okay? It's not like typical girly girl stuff. It deals with hard-hitting emotions. So I love that show. The other show is Pretty Little Liars. Its very last episode is coming up next week for just the summer. They'll have a summer finale and then come back in December. But Pretty Little Liars, I've loved the show since day one. It's just kept me invested in the show. And I read, I think, 6 of the novels, but after that I was just like, there's too many of these novels. But I love how the show has kind of deviated from the novels, but it's kept some of the same stuff as well. Of course, I love Ian Harding, because who doesn't love Ian Harding? Even guys like Ian Harding. But this show has a lot of suspense, and it's just got great fashion, which I love. I'm a huge fashion person. It's got romance, which I love. I'm a girl. It's a given. There's just so much just involved in the show. I mean, there's even murder and, you know, blackmail and all this stuff. So it's an awesome show that I know several guys that actually like the show as well, too. So trailer for that down below as well. And I forgot to say this in the beginning of the video, but I do put the trailers for every TV show, game, movie, whatever, in the description box down below. So if it sounds like something you would like to see or watch or listen to or play, you can watch it and see if it piques your interest. And the last show I enjoyed this month was True Blood. The very last episode ever is coming on this Sunday, which makes me sad because I love the show so much. Somebody said it was a rubbish vampire show. You know who you are. But, you know, I love it. I love how, you know, it can be gruesome and grotesque, but it can also be really funny. And I just love the character development that has gone on since Season 1. I mean, Season 1 is probably my favorite season because I watched it 6 times. Every episode 6 times. But, you know, I've loved every season. I've loved the introduction of all these other different mythological creatures. I've loved the character developments and relationships. And I love the whole show. I mean, I could do without the gratuitous sex scenes, but, you know, they're part of it. They're part of the novels. I love the novels, so, you know, I'll deal with it. I'm not going to complain too much anyway. There's hot guys on there, so. But yeah, those are the shows I love this month. So I watched 3 movies this month that I really enjoyed. And the first movie is kind of a little controversial over here in America just because there's been some Purge-like activity. But it was The Purge, of course. And I really wanted to see this movie when it originally came out in theaters and when it came out on DVD. But my friends were like, oh no, this movie sucks, don't watch it. So I didn't watch it. But then me and Marcus went to LA and went to the Universal Studios Hollywood Halloween Horror Nights. And we had so much fun there. I want to go back. I know I mentioned this in every favorites video, but I loved LA so much, and that was so much fun. Anyway, we went through the theme park, and they had a Purge Scare Zone, which is basically where there's all these different people dressed up as characters from the film. They're wearing rubber masks and carrying fake weapons, obviously. But I got purged. A lady wearing a rubber mask and a white dress came up and stabbed me in the stomach like multiple times. So I was purged. And Marcus got purged as well, but he was too busy filming everything to notice he got shanked in the back. So he didn't notice he got purged. But back to the film, I really enjoyed it. Was it a perfect film? No, not at all. Was it scary? Not at all. But it was a good home invasion thriller kind of movie. It does have a few on the edge of your seat moments, and I really enjoyed it. I thought Ethan Hawke and Lena Headey both did a great job. And as you know, Ethan Hawke's been in a lot of movies lately. And Lena Headey is, of course, Cersei Lannister in Game of Thrones. I love Cersei, so I was super pumped to see Lena in the film. And, you know, it was just a really entertaining film. And as long as I'm entertained, I like a film, okay? If it bores me, nah. But The Purge entertained me. And I really want to see The Purge Anarchy because I've heard it's better. Some people say it is, at least. I don't know. It might not be. But I'll judge that on my own merit. But I would say if you like kind of like thriller, home invasion type of movies, watch The Purge. It's not going to give you nightmares or anything, so don't worry unless, you know, the thought of a home invasion terrifies you. But it's a really good film. I enjoyed it, so check out the trailer down below. And I don't know. I already mentioned that, yeah. Anyway, the second movie I really enjoyed was We're the Millers, and I was actually really surprised that I enjoyed this as much as I did because I don't like comedy films usually, but this one was funny, and it stars Jason Sudeikis and Jennifer Aniston, and Jason is a drug dealer who specializes in pot, and he gets all of his money stolen, so he has to go to his head honcho, who is really weird. He's obsessed with killer whales. But his head honcho makes him go to Mexico to transport some marijuana back over here. So he has to make a fake family with Jennifer Aniston, Emma Roberts, and Will Poulter. And they just get a lot of just different hijinks and stuff. And I really did enjoy this movie. And, you know, I think the reason I liked this movie so much was because it had so many dick jokes in it. I know, I'm so mature. Like, I don't find many things funny, but those always make me laugh. Sausage fest in this head right here. I know it's shocking, but it was really funny. I really enjoyed it. I was expecting to hate it, and I really enjoyed it. So if you like comedies, definitely check out We're the Millers. It was funny, and you know if I say it's funny, it's freaking funny. And the last movie is probably my favorite that I've seen this month, maybe in a while. It was Divergent, and I love the novels. Like, I read them several months back, and I mentioned them in, I forget which month's favorite it was, but I loved the novels. And this film was great. They did cut out some cool stuff that was in the book, but, you know, that's how movie adaptations go. But the story is basically Tris Pryor is living in this world where there's 5 factions. It's a dystopian future, and the 5 factions are Candor, Abnegation, Amity, Erudite, and Dauntless. And each kid, when they turn, I think 16, has to pick a faction. They can either stay with their family, or they can go to a different faction, and they're basically banished. They can't go live with their family ever again. You know, it's faction over blood. I won't say what faction Tris picked, just in case you haven't read the books or watched the movie, but it's amazing. I love it. I love seeing Tris, you know, become this badass, and I just love the message of the film, just to be yourself and stand up for what you believe in. And of course, Shailene Woodley was great as Tris. Theo James was great as Four. Doesn't hurt that he's good looking. But it was a great film. My mother and I really enjoyed it. We both kind of drooled a little bit over Theo. But it's really good. Even if you're a guy, you should watch it because it's a really good action-adventure film. And it's also got some emotional stuff in it. And I loved it. I highly recommend it. Check out the trailer. do it some justice. It's a fantastic film, and definitely if you like stuff like The Hunger Games, definitely give this a watch. It's really worth your while. Moving on to the games I've enjoyed these past few weeks. I've been kind of, I've been under a lot of stress, and I'll just go ahead and say it because, I'm sure some of you are wondering. I've been told it's kind of obvious I'm stressed in my videos. But I've had 4 people this year that I've known die, and it's just been really, really stressful, and I just needed to decompress for a while. So I've been playing a couple of casual games just because I don't feel like dealing with a heavy game right now, like a really long RPG, or just even one like a shooter or something. I didn't feel like playing one of those, but now I do because I'm getting better. I just had to heal a little bit. So these games actually really helped me just escape to another world and kind of calm down. But the first game is Disney Magical World, and it's kind of like a mixture of Animal Crossing and Harvest Moon, but it's Disney, which makes it awesome. I love it. You just have your little me and you just go around the Magic Kingdom and make it your own. I mean, you can open a cafe, you can talk to all these different iconic Disney characters, and there's so many different locations to go to, so many different things to do. It's just adorable. Oh my gosh, this game is so freaking cute. If you're a Disney freak, you have to have this because this game is total fan service. And it's actually a budget title for a Nintendo first party title, which this game is awesome. And you don't really hear a lot of people talk about it, but I would say if you like Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon, or you're a Disney freak, pick this game up if you have a 3DS and enjoy it and love it and just bask in its wonderful, soothing cuteness. The next game is Atelier Tottori. I wanted to say Atelier because that's how all the Italian fashion houses say it, but I'll say Atelier. But it's really soothing. I like this. I wasn't sure if I would like it, but my friend Gothic Gothria sent this to me, and I really, really enjoy it. And I haven't played Atelier Verona, but I'm planning on getting it sometime. The Plus version. I just don't know when I'll get it. But I really enjoyed this, and it's kind of just soothing to make your own supplies and do alchemy. There are RPG mechanics in this, like there's like a battle system and all this stuff. You go on quests and have to defeat monsters and stuff, but it's actually a really soothing game. It's got a really touching story. It's got pretty good graphics. Sometimes they look a little muddy or whatever, but usually they look pretty good. And I really enjoyed this, and I want to play some more of the Atelier games and experience more of the stories, see how they're different, see if the alchemy mechanics have changed in any of the newer versions, or even in Verona. I love this game. Thank you so much for sending this to me because this really helped. Thank you so much. This was really therapeutic. These both were very therapeutic. So thank you so much. And now moving on to the music I like. I'm not going to say what they are just because I put them all in the description box down below along with all the links so you can listen to them. And there's a lot of different genres in this one, I think. There's like country and pop and alternative. Yeah, there's some different genres, so just check them out. Let me know what you think. If there's any you like, let me know. I like to turn people on to new music. It's one of my passions. So let me know what you think about the songs. Moving on to the last segment of my favorites videos is the YouTubers, and that's always the last part. There's only 2 this month because I haven't been watching YouTube a lot lately. And I've actually mentioned these guys several times previously, but I have to give them shout-outs again because I've adored their channels during these past few weeks. The first is Derek H. He actually recently returned home, so welcome home, Derek. I have missed you. We definitely need to talk some more. But he has awesome videos. He does these awesome pickup videos and unboxings and let's plays, and he needs way more subscribers than he has because he's super duper freaking awesome. And Derek is just such a sweetheart, so yeah, definitely check out his channel, give him some love. He's really awesome and he has really good videos and he deserves way more subscribers than he has. And I just adore Derek. And the second YouTuber and the last YouTuber for this month is Grant Gets Games. Grant is one of my friends that I'm in LA that I actually knew from Game Control Live. I call him Gak. But, he's got a different sense of humor to be nice. Which, I'm not insulting you at all, Gak. I'm not. I like your sense of humor. But he does these awesome, just different kinds of videos. Like, he'll do my favorite videos are the Guy Fieri as video game characters videos. Oh my gosh, those are so funny. He has a knack for making Guy Fieri as video game characters. You'll be scarred for life, but they're definitely worth watching. And he also does, I haven't seen a Trumpty's Tonics and Tails video in a while, Gak. Make another one. And he also does like Breaking the Game, where he goes and plays games and just totally mods them and breaks them, and it's funny. He does a lot of different kinds of videos. And the Live Fire edition, he's not human. The guy is not human. He'll get like these shots of like wasabi and hot sauce and habanero peppers and all this different stuff and drink it when he dies in a game. And I don't know how he's not dead yet in real life. But he's really awesome actually. And he's a down-to-earth guy. He's a great guy. Again, he deserves more subs than he has because he puts a lot of work and effort and hard work into his videos. So definitely check out Derek H and Great Gifts Games. Give them love, tell them I sent you, and, you know, just spam their comments with good stuff, okay, good stuff. So that's it for this month's favorites. Let me know what your favorites were this month, and, you know, if you want to do a video response, that would be super awesome. I'd love to see it. But if you like this video, leave a like. And like I said, comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because, you know, Alycats are pretty cool. We're pretty freaking cool. I'm not, but you are. So subscribe. And favorites so your friends and family can see, and share me as long as you do it nicely. That's all I ask. I love each and every one of you so, so much. And for everyone that has stuck with me through my difficult times, thank you so much. You have no idea how much it means to me. But I'm going to go and just enjoy the day. Peace and kisses. Bye.